publication of the report today is another step in the journey for us to get justice. The bereaved, the survivors, the residents don't think today is going to give them closure. It's not the end of the journey. There's two things they've wanted since June the 14th. One is for those responsible to be held to account. That's not happened yet. And secondly, reassurance that a tragedy like Grenfell can't happen again. I'm afraid it can happen again. The reason why the report today is so important, though, is it sets out in black and white the startling conclusion that every single one of these 72 deaths was avoidable, and these are 18 children and 15 disabled Londoners who lost their lives. But also it sets out in black and white there has been systemic dishonesty, corporate greed, institutional indifference, neglect and incompetence. And that's why I'm calling on the government to make sure none of the companies named in the report can benefit in the future from any contracts with any taxpayers' money being used. And I welcome the Prime Minister's announcement today that he'll be providing any additional support the police and the CPS need to complete their investigations.
And why is it so important, in your view, that those companies are denied contracts going forwards? You made that a key point in your statement earlier today.
Well, we now know, and it was really important, I speak as a former lawyer, for due process to take its course, for this independent chair to listen to the evidence and to form a conclusion. And he has reached a conclusion, which is that many of the companies, whether it's those responsible for the cladding or the insulation or others, were responsible for these avoidable deaths. Now we've got the findings of the chair. We've got to take action. Yes, there's a criminal investigation, but in the meantime, many of these companies, individuals are profiteering from contracts with the taxpayer. How do we know they're not still being systematically dishonest? How do we know they're not being greedy and taking shortcuts? And I think it's really important, and the communities want some sort of confirmation that action will be taken.